All right, tonight we're going to take a look at a couple mirror matches I played against LowAPMSaber. I promise I don't only upload my wins. That's how it happens to work out these days. So I haven't watched these replays yet. We're going to watch them right now together. We played, did I say already? Bulgarian mirror matches. I had challenged him in a previous cast that I wanted to play against him. And so we are doing Bulgarians. Both of us picked Bulgarians, and the first game was on Hideout. So here we go. Oh boy. One day I'll learn to shut down background processes, but I guess today's not that day. There we go. All right. I'm going to look at his perspective for a few seconds here because I have not seen what he did. I'm going to cruise through these relatively quickly, I think. So my game plan, let's talk my game plan first. Normally with Bulgarians, I go up at 21 pop. That's just how it works out. If I'm going to do feudal aggression, that's just when I happen to have 500 food, and I feel like I'm positioned for the rush. I can get a few villagers on gold, get my barracks down, start pushing some militia forward. This time around, I immediately realized that the deer were outside the walls, and I decided to be a little bit nasty, and I decided to go lame. So this is what's going on here. I decided to go lame him. So I grabbed Loom early. In fact, I think he also grabbed his Loom early. I think he messed up somehow. Yeah, I already have Loom. Does he already have Loom? No. No, he does not. All right. Vill count. He actually has pulled ahead by one villager. And yeah, so we're coming forward here. I don't know where he is, but I basically want to deal with these deer. I want to lame him because I thought, hey, I'll do that. Maybe he won't take him yet. I wasn't taking mine at all, so I kind of was hurting my own eco to do this, and I don't know. This probably wasn't wise. I do have the score lead here. I think the score lead is likely exploration related. You know, he's not exploring, but he's pushing deer. Meanwhile, I've got a whole bunch of exploration in because I'm trying to find him. So you can see I'm having trouble finding him here. I'm also trying to manage my eco here, right? Trying to bring in boars and, you know, and I skipped the lumber camp because I wanted to drop down. I was like, well, I'm going to have a villager forward. I might as well have enough wood to drop down a barracks while I'm forward. But that also meant that then I had to take straggler trees, and I wasn't going to have wood for a mill. I was going to mill deer, but there's no way I had wood for them right now. I didn't even have wood for berries, melon berries. I would say everything I'm seeing here is extremely standard. You know, kind of what I would have done on a normal game. Vill count is very similar. My idle eco is high because I'm wasting. So yeah, you can see here. So I find his deer, and I kill it, and I'm like, yeah, victory. Yeah, great way to go. Like, just fantastic. So I deprived him of 140 food. So kind of stupid, but it was funny. I thought it would be funny. So I'm dropping down in a forward barracks. Now, this is not a bad idea. Having a forward barracks is smart. All right, I do a bit of fighting on the berries just to mess with him a little bit. Again, villager count is dead even, pretty much. He's got a bit of idle time because I'm messing with him, and I almost lose my scout here because I'm trying to, you know, manage my eco. And yeah, resources collected. He's ahead, obviously, because I've got like a villager here not doing any real work. And look at this. This is terrible. I'm taking my herdables away from my TC, and I haven't brought in these deer, which are a lot of food, and they come in fast. Okay, now I guess everything evens out in long term. That's not fantastic. Yeah, I'm still wandering around, I guess just exploring at this point because I don't have anything to do with this villager. You can see I don't have any wood to speak of. He is already up to feudal age. He's up to feudal age on 19. Yeah, so when I say 21, it's probably 21 including my scout. I don't actually know now offhand. So he's up a bit earlier than I would be up. Normal build. You can see I'm up late. Now, the upside to this is he is now thinking I'm going fast castle. And the only upside to him thinking I'm going fast castle is that then he's going to play with that assumption that I'm going fast castle. Does he know that I have a forward barracks? He does not. He did not see my forward barracks, so that benefits me. I'm still not up. I'm 24 villagers here. I have never, I don't think, well, I rarely fast castle on hideout because it's, in my opinion, not a good idea. Oh, this title is also completely wrong, so we're just going to change this quickly because it bothers me. This is Saber v. Russ. Best of, not a, actually, we played 2, so I'll say best. Yeah, I'll say best of 3. We did play 2. And good enough. Show match. Sure. Yep. Show match. We'll call that a show match. Let's go. He's got 3 on gold, and he's making man-at-arms. Now, the only critique I could give to him is ideally you already have your militia on their way over to the opponent. Now, far be it from me to critique you because I had a terrible build this game. Like, I'm clicked up now, but I look like I'm going for, like, an arena fast castle or fast imp almost, right? Like, 25 is really late. But I am clicked up. So, but these should already be here. You should already be here on my walls, and if you were, I'd be in trouble because I'm Dark Age. In fact, you could take my villagers here. I was already nervous. I was out here taking these deer, and I was just waiting to see man-at-arms, and I just wasn't seeing them and so I was taking this food basically for free because I'd neglected to take it earlier. So he could have deprived me of that food. So now his man-at-arms are coming forward. He doesn't have upgrades. So one thing I do with Bulgarians is I drop down a, can he afford a blacksmith? He can. You drop down a blacksmith as quickly as possible, and you grab your upgrades. Now, this is like man-at-arms into knights sort of build, right? So he's not trying to waste a lot of time in feudal age. He wants to go up. He wants to, you know, do damage in castle age as well. But I would say that it's such a weak rush. It's late. It's like 13 minutes now. It's very late for a rush. And they're weak. So at least if they were strong. Now, I didn't know he was coming. I just was dropping my buildings along the edge. What am I doing? I'm also doing man-at-arms. I'm doing man-at-arms at his base, which means I am defenseless at home. In fact, I'm going to slow down a bit here because a lot happens pretty quickly. I'm defenseless at home because all my production buildings are forward. And I'm putting down an archery range because I decided, I've always wanted to do this, archers, Bulgarian archers. No one plays archers with Bulgarians because they don't go cross, you don't get crossbow out of them. All right, so he's coming to my deer. He's going to try and take me off food here. Now, this is where I knew this was going to happen. His scout holds the gate open, and I felt stupid for doing this, but I wasn't also sure what else to do. I should have run sooner. I was greedy. All right, he's in now to my eco, and that's obviously going to be a problem. I'm distracted with that, so my guys are just idle here. I have my blacksmith so that I can start grabbing upgrades. I have an idle villager here. Alright, so now I'm like, well, I guess we're chopping wood around the town center. And now he's trying to pressure me with these man-at-arms. So I'm like, well, let me cause him some trouble too. He's in my eco, I'm in his. So I attack his walls while he's attacking me. And now he's peeling around this way. And I'm like, I guess we're Ville fighting this. I'd like, what else is there to be done? I'm grabbing fletching now because my plan is to make him think, you see, he hasn't built a archery range. I'm going to make him think I'm going man-at-arms, and then I'm going to switch. So then I'm like, we're Ville fighting this, but I've had a situation where I've lost 6 villagers to this number of units before, and the way that happened was they grabbed their upgrades. They grabbed foraging, they grabbed padded infantry, scale mail armor, and yeah, it's foraging, yeah. They grabbed those, and it can really change how these Ville fights work out against men-at-arms. So how many do I actually end up losing here? Let's just... Alright, so what actually happened to me there? You can see he had the most resources collected. I lost 2 villagers, which isn't great, but you know what? It could have been worse. But I am also now into his eco. He's got the villager lead. He's got 4 villagers on me. Partially because he killed some, partially because I have probably more idle TC time. Yeah, a lot more idle TC time. So, you know, by all rights, I should be in trouble now. But he doesn't have anything to answer this. And I'm putting down a forward watchtower because I want to take him off of gold. And I find his villagers on the berries. He is basically, his rush is dead. So I'm transitioning now to farms. 26 to 30 villagers. He still has 1,000 resources almost advantage over me. And now he's trying to put down a defensive tower, which it's going to go up if I don't do something here, right? Three archers aren't killing these villagers fast enough. And he's smart. He's pulling back injured villagers. Although that one died. But I noticed this. He's cycling them out. He's pulling back weak villagers, and then he'll bring forward healthy villagers to try and get the tower up. I lose a man-at-arms under the TC. You know, it's like a magnet. Alright, pressuring his wood line. And I'm really trying to just deny this tower. I don't want him getting this defensive tower down. And I also want to kill as many villagers as I can. I was trying to stand right underneath the shadow here where he couldn't attack my archers. But, you know, the town center is too close. And, yeah, I'm going to lose these archers here. So he's going to clean this up. I think, at least. Yeah, and he's going scouts now. But he is castle age now. So, now he should be able to just go knights and wreck me, right? It's right about this point where I'm like, this is a good game, right? Look at me. I have 200 food, 600 gold, so I can buy some food, but I'm still just not quite there. I have 11 farms. I'm just not really in a good position economically. I do now have villager lead, but that's because he just spent the past however long clicking up to castle, right? But he still has resources. You know, this resources collected lead is narrowing, and I'm still messing with him. So I'm making spearmen because I see he's making knights, and I kind of want to keep this tower going for a little longer. I want to keep being a fly in the ointment. I'm not even paying attention to this. This is all happening without me. And I think because he's tasked... Oh, no. He has no armor, I guess. So actually, this is great value. Just making a spearman. So, yeah, I take out a knight there. Yeah, I saw that happen. I was like, how did that even happen? But now he brings his villagers to batter down this tower. But I'm not done yet. I couldn't click on my tower, though. But eventually I ungarrison everything in the tower. villager repairs, and I just bring whatever I have forward here. And I am now clicked up to Castle Age. I had to buy a bunch of food, or I had to buy 400 food with 600 gold, which is kind of rough. But sometimes it's just about getting up, right? You can't spend too long with a tech disadvantage. Now, I do have forging. I do have the scale mail armor. And yeah, I'm making a bunch of what will be long swords pretty soon here, because I want to keep the pressure on. I know he has a lead right now, and if I don't keep the pressure on, he's going to just flood knights into my property. Now, you notice he's not actually mining gold here. In fact, is he going to go take gold somewhere else? He's got gold miners walking around here. This tower actually denies both these gold mines from him. So, I mean, it's down now, so he's able to start taking gold. So, he's been up to Castle Age a lot longer than me. How long exactly? I was up at 23:15. He was up at 18:55. So, he has like solid, what's that, 4 minutes. Roughly 4 minutes, 20 seconds on me. But he's really not been able to do a whole lot. He's made a few knights. I killed one of them with my spear, or a couple of them with my spear, actually. And this is a pain. I always do this myself. I put a TC in a crowded location where there's no real room to put farms surrounding it, so that was dumb. But anyway, I'm trying to recover economically from the damage I did to myself earlier. Villagers are pretty even. Eco KD is actually tied at 1313. And what was I thinking at this point? Yeah, I'm gonna go infantry. I'm gonna try and spam infantry at him. And check this out. Oh man, I'm sure he's kicking himself when he rewatches the replay. He could have denied this crap post. Does he bring that knight back? But I know he can just delete his palisades, so obviously I put down some quick walls. Does this knight just come forward? Maybe it does. Maybe it comes forward to just pressure me. Oh, this hurts though. It's idle, so it's not doing anything. My crep post's halfway up now. Looks like he's buying his own crep post. Is he? Oh yeah, there it is. So I've brought man-at-arm, or the long swords from this end. I'm going to take down his tower here. I want to keep pressuring his gold. Although, I'll be honest, I wasn't even thinking about his gold. His gold is forward, which sucks for him. I guess mine isn't. See, that sucks. So, forward gold. I'll be honest, I wasn't even intentionally thinking about his gold when I brought these man-at-arms. I just wanted to apply pressure everywhere that I could. I see that he's putting down this crep post. I want to come batter it down. We're playing a little bit of a dance with the knights. Alright. And now it's a crep house war. I'm like, well, I can gain the edge by just having some infantry stand underneath here and hit it. But, you know, knights can do some good damage against longswords. Longswords aren't really renowned for their ability to fight knights. It's not like they're useless, but they're not great either. But I'm like, I'll come this side, force his knights over into the crep post fire, and sure enough, he loses both his knights there. So I felt pretty proud of that little bit of micro. All right, and what was I thinking at this point? Not a whole lot, to be honest. I'm creating petards, because I was like, oh, I'll run some petards into his crep post. Right now, my goal is take down the crep post, and then I can raid his eco. Don't let him expand out this way. Basically, pen him in. I guess he could have come out this way, but this is somewhat exposed. There's no tree line either. So he's just reacting right now. He's not really able to do a whole lot. I'm now going cavalry archer because he's going. We're both infantry. Infantry versus infantry isn't very interesting. How are our upgrades actually? I do actually have a significant tech advantage for infantry. But I think I was floating a lot of wood, so I felt like, yeah, I was starved for food, so I was like, well, these things I can afford. So we did that. I also do have bodkin arrow and the first padded archer armor, is it called? Yeah. Microing a couple, like this was a waste of my time. Now he's putting down prep post number 2, so you know he's just turtling, and I'm going, this is not looking good for me. I am pulling ahead though. Against all odds, I pulled ahead now by 10 villagers. Because I was up quite late to Castle Age, if you'll remember, but he just didn't use Castle Age very well at the beginning. Alright, so he has a second crab post up now. And I'm underneath, you know, he doesn't have murder holes. I should do a AoE 2 for noobs video about murder holes and basically be like, hey noobs, you're doing the right thing. Keep getting murder holes. It's an amazing tech. I believe in it. I've been reading through the Bible in a year, and there's a story of, what's his name, Abimelech, I think it is? And some woman, during his siege on some town, she drops a millstone out of a tower and hits him in the head, and he doesn't die immediately. And he like yells to his sword bearer, quick, kill me, so that people can't say that I died by the hand of a woman. It was a grisly but entertaining story. Alright, so... Oh yeah, so he was pressuring me at home. So I'm walling up this side, and I decided to drop a castle on this side. I was going to put a crep post here, but I was like, well, maybe I want to get stirrups. It's nice to have a castle up because you get text from your castle you don't get from crep posts. Although crep posts have had a power creep over the past few years, you can now make petards out of your crep post, and you can now upgrade to your elite conic from your crep post. So crep posts aren't useless anymore, but you still don't get conscription, you still don't get stirrups, you don't get begains, you don't get hoardings, you don't get sappers. Actually, I don't even know if Bulgarians get sappers. Alright. Yeah, see... Yeah, what I did was I snuck some CA up into here, and he just couldn't really do anything. Like, I think he could have played on a little bit, but, I don't know. He probably could tell the game was over. He is only on 1 TC. Yeah, he's lagging by 23 villagers. And most of his eco is idle, so that was probably the right call. Anyway, so that was game 1, and so we decided to do it again on Mega Random. And the important thing about this is, even though I won, I think I probably shouldn't have. I think that, you know, his map generation kind of sucked. He had forward gold, and I just happened tonight to drop a tower on this. I could say it was divine inspiration, but I just got lucky. I just had a villager forward. I was here to lame deer, and so it was just like, hey, I'll put a tower on his gold, and that just coincidentally denied him from collecting gold for long enough that it slowed down night production. Now, maybe he could have sold resources for gold and still went nights. You know, there's probably a way he could have taken advantage of Castle Age, but I think he was like, zoned in on I'm gonna make knights, and anyway, so I think I got lucky there. But he was up for like 4 or 5 minutes, and he could have spammed knights, and I would have been in trouble because I was feudal age. It's not going to be feudal age for 5 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes 20 seconds, I guess what it was. But I really think this game could have gone differently. You know, sometimes people are off their game, but I think it was actually a relatively close game. And there was no point at which I felt like I was walking away with it. It was good. I liked it. It felt like a close game. And that's what I like. I don't like games that are where you just like get smashed by the opponent because they're just playing with you. And I don't like games where it's just, well, I mean, it feels good to win even when the other player is not close to your skill level. But the achievement you feel when you're playing against someone who actually puts up a good fight is so much better. So that was good. And so we decided to go game 2 on Mega Random. His choice, as is tradition. If you lose the first game, you get to pick the next map. So we went on to Mega Random. All right. I do believe that Dark Age is going to be kind of boring. So for time reasons, we're going to skip ahead just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on idle TC. Yeah, it's kind of Acropolis-like. And I do kind of want to watch. Okay, so he's bringing in his boar now. I've already got my boar. This is one thing I have learned to do in maybe the past month or two. As I was frustrated, I was like, why is it that I'm so slow in Dark Age? What am I doing wrong? Like, obviously, you know, look at this. To this day, I can't seem to keep my idle time on my TC low, and I don't know why it is. I know to keep the town center going. I'm going to the town center regularly. What ends up happening is I actually just don't have the food available to continue villager production. And part of that, ironically, is... That's terrible. Part of that is just because I am going to hunt early. And because villagers hold so much food, they don't drop off regularly, and so you don't have the food when you need it to keep queuing villagers. And I need to be better. I do force drop off. I have my key bind. I know to use it. It's just I still, there's some delay there. I'll go hit the queue to queue villagers, but it won't queue any. I won't notice it doesn't queue. And then next thing I know, I'm getting idle villager time. So I'm pushing deer. I presume he's gonna. I'll say he milled the deer. That probably was smart. I thought about doing this, but then I noticed we had berries. But berries come in, I think, quite a bit slower than deer, so probably dropping a mill on the deer is the right thing to do here. Because I wasted a lot of APM just pushing deer. And he's ahead by a villager now. And I'm 30 seconds behind on idle time. So, now I've got tons of villagers queued. I was thinking we're going to play this like we're going to go fast castle. Because even though this is an open map, as you can see, it's an unknown map, right? Like, by the time I guess you know what kind of map you're dealing with, it's so late that I figured I'll just play this like a closed map, which is often what I will do for Mega Random. I'll just go fast castle. So, I mean, he knows where I am. He knows I'm up this hill. He knows there's basically nothing in the middle except some gold mines. He knows more than me because I'm pushing deer and he is scouting. It's probably the right thing to do on Mega Random. You want to gain some map knowledge. Oh, and I'll note once again, this is a Bulgarian mirror match. So he looks like he's ready to click up. He's got almost enough food. He's had a very good Dark Age. I mean, I've seen better Dark Ages out there, but better than my Dark Ages. Doesn't matter how often I play Dark Age, I still get idle time, and I don't know how I'm so bad at it. He's already taken the score lead here, so I was already going, I don't know about this. Still pushing. So yeah, I've clicked up, and I've clicked up at 23 pop, 22 villagers. Which isn't exactly a fast castle. Fast castle, I should have one more villager, but one villager here, one villager there, not a big deal. But consequently, I'm down a villager. It's gonna take me a bit longer. I don't get the instant click up that you should get, and my build's a little bit screwed up because I didn't start on gold, so I put 4 onto gold and pulled him off berries. So he's walling. Got walls across here. Hasn't milled this yet. Putting down a barracks, which is kind of what you would expect for Bulgarians. But you would expect men-at-arms, I guess. He's about to be up. I think pros are usually up a minute earlier, but this is acceptable to me. But once again, ideally you'd already have this built. You'd already have your militia queued. You'd have your men-at-arms right here as you hit feudal. But I often also mess up on my timings. This hurts, obviously. That's a lot of idle time. Lots of idle eco time. Tons of idle eco. So that's too bad. Having 8 villagers stand around for that long can be not great. Alright, I'm just loading up the berries because I don't know why, I have tons of wood. I wanted the wood, I guess, for buildings. I'm going to try and do the instant click up. So blacksmith, market. You can see it's going to be tight here. Still trying to push this stupid animal in to my town center. It was a little bit messy. You can see them. Great. And boom. I almost killed a scout at one point. He ran into my TC. All right, let's take a look at eco balance now. We have 24 to 23 bill, very even. Military, still just scouts. So this is a little bit late. It's actually interesting. He's walling, so he's not going to go aggressive. But he was up early, right? He was up on 21, I think. Or was he up? Maybe he was up on 20. Let's take a look quick here. Like this. He was up on 20 villagers, which isn't a fast castle build. At least no fast castle I've ever played. He's walling. He must have decided he was just too late. He must have planned to go feudal aggression and just realized he was late. So decided to change plans. Oh, I should update the score here. Yeah, we'd originally only planned to play one match, so we weren't sure if we were gonna... Like, this was sort of just, oh, let's play another match. So... Alright. I am clicked up. I should be up. Actually, in pretty good time, I think. 1540? 1540? Not bad. Sub 16 minutes. 16 minutes is sort of like a slow fast castle. Anything over 16 minutes is just like, you know, it's a... I don't know. Still technically a fast castle. I would say that if you're going feudal aggression, your castle time is going to be more like 20 minutes. So I guess, but at 18 minutes, you can't really call it a fast castle anymore. I went ranked with Motoman last night, and I was playing Khmer, and I got a 1351 or 1352 castle age, which was just blazing fast by my standards. So I have seen nothing from him, and I already was planning to go fast castle, and I was like, all right, I have no idea. I have no intel, right? Like, I have no idea what the map looks like. Let's boom, right? Let's just go. I noticed he wasn't up yet. So I was like, whatever he's doing, it's not going well. So let's just... Yeah, I see. He spent all of his gold. Now, later he will actually mention that he meant to click up. So somewhere he was delayed, and I think he might have just... I think, is it queued behind villagers or something? No, it's not. So he I think he meant to be up, and he just I don't know what happened there. We just got bloodlines, so it looks like he's planning to go knights again. But he is also making man-at-arms. Making a bunch of man-at-arms. So I think this was supposed to be a fast castle, and he made a mistake. He made an oopsie. But he's not clicked up yet. Yeah, so I'm gonna be greedy. I'm like, I've seen nothing from this guy. He's not up to castle age, so I am not good at booming. But I'm good at booming when I'm on 3 TCs and the opponent is in feudal age, right? I know he's on 1 TC, and if I'm on 3 TCs, I'm competent enough to at least keep 2 out of the 3 TCs queued with villagers, and usually I can keep all 3 queued. So like I can out boom him, and then I'll win. I didn't know why he wasn't up. I was expecting any minute to get a rush, but I was being a bit greedy because I hadn't seen anything from him. His scout was running around, but I figured, well, now I've got a crep host. What can he really do to me? He is creating a lot of man-at-arms, though, and he is still not clicked up. I think at this point he thought he had clicked up because he's got the resources for it, but he keeps spending the resources. So I think he thinks he's already clicked. So this is unfortunate, because this would have been interesting had he clicked up when he thought he clicked up. Yeah, I mean, that was just a mistake. So that's rough. Let's take a look at what his exploration tells him about me. Yeah, so he does know about the crep post. But he also knows that I've got... He hasn't seen this, it looks like. In terms of eco balance, you can see, you get to castle age first, you can boom, right? And again, I'm not good at booming, but when you're 3 TC versus 1, it's kind of a no-brainer. So yeah, he's about to be up now. And then he tells me, yeah, who has 2 thumbs and thought he clicked castle age 3 minutes ago. So, that's unfortunate. Like, it's still, how do you want to say, it's still fair. Right, like your mistake. Mistakes are part of playing this game, right? It makes winners and losers, but it's better if the mistakes are because they don't have the skill to know any better, right? So it's a mistake, but not an intentional, or not a. It was intentionally made rather than accidentally made, I suppose. That's what I mean. So now I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep booming, right? He's not up. He screwed up. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna go Imperial Age. I'm just gonna. I was like, oh, what is this? Well, that's not good. He's grabbing his blacksmith upgrades. You notice I have nothing. I have no blacksmith upgrades. I have a crep post. That's my only production building. Oh, no, that's not true. I have a barracks. But I have not been thinking about military, which is actually not very characteristic for me. I tend to be a lot more aggressive. I was playing this differently than I would normally. So he is about to be into my eco, but I do have like town centers everywhere. Now this is enough longswords that maybe he could just eat the TC, but I wasn't so sure about that. But you can see more coming forward, and I have nothing. I have nothing to answer this. He denies, so he's denied that production building. He's going to deny my archery range. I want my archery range because I want cavalry archers to go up against his longswords. So I'm a little bit concerned here. I do still have a villager lead. I should have. Well, interesting. Look at the resources collected. They're even. So like I had a bit of a slow start here. I think because I was investing in town centers, I wasn't collecting resources. I had this lull here, but now you can see that I am pulling ahead. Yeah, he's now into my eco. He's taking out villagers. How many villagers do I lose? And I'm buying stone now because I need to drop prep posts. I'm like, the town centers aren't doing enough. I can't just sit in my town centers. He's causing idle time. I need to be out, right? I can't just. It doesn't matter if you have 60 villagers. They're all hiding in TCs. So this is now I put a TC here, prep post here, to cover my resources, and then I need one in the back here to cover this gold. And then really it's just this spot here where that's undefended, but I figured I've got enough. Of course, now he just hides underneath my prep post and starts to take that down. Now he's putting down a forward base, so I was feeling a little bit uneasy here. But by this point I was starting to go, okay. I've taken out most of his long swords, and now I was able to start massing cavalry archers. I was able to get a couple archer ranges built, and I've picked up fletching, padded archer armor. So then I'm like, okay, we're okay. We'll just mass cavalry archers. If he's committing to the infantry, I'll commit to archers. So no problem. He's doing battering rams. I don't have anything to answer battering rams right now. And he's going to put down a couple barracks. So he's just going to be spamming infantry and rams at me. And that's a problem because this is my only answer right now to his units. And battering rams are great armored personnel carriers. So, I don't know if he's trying to drop a forward. He's got the stone for a forward Krepos or castle for that matter. He has nothing at home. Oh, he has to put a castle at home. Is he putting a forward Krepost? I decide I need to counterattack because I've been playing defensive. Yeah, I've been booming. I do have the score lead. I do have the villager lead. I don't know I have the villager lead, but I'm pretty sure I have the villager lead. Interestingly, look, like I said, I'm not very good at booming. And you can see that here. I should be way ahead of him, and I'm just not. So, I don't know what this was. I don't know why he didn't commit to... You know, in hindsight, dropping... There's nothing, nowhere really to drop a Krepost or a castle. Like, my whole city is covered. So, yeah. He is going to probably go skirm, though. Look at this. He puts down an archer range. Yeah, good call. Go skirms. I also would have expected some scorps. But again, these are impervious to archers. So yeah, I bring my cavalry archer forward. I want to raid his eco. But I do spot... Now I spot this, and I realize I'm going to need something more. So I start spamming, or queuing conics. I don't have a ton of gold, though. You can see I've spent all my gold. And I don't have any upgrades on them. He has forging, he has chainmail armor. So... You know, I'm worried that my conics are just going to get eaten up by these longswords. And actually, that's an interesting thing to look at, is how conics fare against longswords. They should be okay, but they're outnumbered. That's part of the problem. Because the dismounted conic is more or less equivalent to a longsword. I think that I'm going to tag that onto the end of this. We'll take a look at that maybe in the scenario editor. Moto was interested in seeing how to use the scenario editor. Or maybe I'll make that a separate video. I don't know. Alright, so I missed this. I came in and raided his eco here, and he missed it for the same reason I missed it, is that there was action happening on the front there on my base. I basically took out a whole bunch of villagers here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at that. He lost 52 to 44. He lost 8 villagers there. So that hurts. He is on 2 TCs. Was he making villagers consistently? See, he's on multiple TCs, but he's not really producing villagers. I am, not maybe as consistently as I should, but you can see I am headed upwards here. And you should see, yeah, now you're seeing a divergence in resources collected. It just takes me having twice as many villagers, right? So now I am going, okay, I'm going to commit to also having conics. So I've grabbed chail barding armor. I've grabbed forging. I've realized I'm going to need more than just cavalry archers, especially because he's walled up here. I can't really get into his base. And if he's going to be doing siege, I need to have melee units. So, yeah. And then he calls it here. And, I mean, fair enough. I'm attacking him from this side. I'm forcing idle time here, and I'm about to bring forward a whole bunch of conics. He says I've got nothing. I mean, not nothing. I wouldn't call that nothing. Yeah, he has a lot of gold. He probably just gave up prematurely. He probably could have kept going. I think maybe he doesn't have quite as many 1v1 ranked games as me, unless this is an alt account. And one thing I've had to learn is to just be patient and go like, okay, well, what do we do now, right? Like, especially at this level, there's no guarantee that I would have brought this home, right? Frankly, I probably would have. I don't have a castle, but I would have built a castle. I would have gone to imp. I was about to go imp. You can see I've got the resources for imp. I was going to click up to imp. I was going to make trebs. I was going to come start trebbing him. It probably was over. He probably made the call correctly. But that, I mean, that's a lot of resources. I think he probably could have... He probably could have gone pikes. against the Conics. And skirms. Pike skirm. Or even Scorp. I don't know. He probably would have lost anyway from this position because he's so far behind in terms of eco. He probably made the right call. I would have kept fighting because I don't know how to quit. But I have been in situations like this where then suddenly my brain to go, okay, time to switch tactics. He could have bought Imperial Age, actually. That's what he could have done. He could have bought food, made a few clicks of buys, bought 400 food, clicked imp. And, he sells less eco, though. Anyway, I enjoyed these games. I think I got lucky tonight. I think I caught up on an off night. So I think we'll have to have a round 2 sometime. The first few times Moto and I went 1v1, I put him in his place, but lately he's been winning fairly frequently. So it's good. It's good. These matches make us work harder, make us play harder. We learn from them. All right. That's all I got for you. Until next time.